Hi everybody, I am Professor Dr. Akhtar Ali Gumro, working at Shah Abdul Latif University, and I will discuss with you people in this lecture about the resources or inputs which are used to produce other things. Resources or inputs are the things, are the items, or the factors which are used to produce the goods and services. And almost all, even one can say all the economists or the people, they are agreed that resources, they are scarce. They are available in the limited quantity, so they cannot produce each and everything which people want. So there are various types of the resources, such as the land resource, the labor resources, capital resources, and fourth one is the entrepreneurship. In the olden books, entrepreneurship was treated as the part of the labor, but nowadays it is treated separately, or it is discussed separately. So I'll discuss one by one about these inputs. Number one is the land. The definition of the land resource is that it is the surface of the earth, or all the things which are available on the surface of the land or beneath the land, which are used to produce the goods and services. We call the land resources as a natural resource because it is created by the nature, or by God, or by Christ, one can say, as per your religious belief. So the land is limited because of its limitedness. Countries or societies, they are not producing the required amount of the food for every person. There are many people, millions of the people, they are unable to eat or feed themselves twice a day. People are living in the poverty. They don't have the food to eat. This is one of the reasons of the shortage of the cultivable land. Another example of the shortage of the land is that there are many people, they are without homes or without houses. Although some people, they are without homes, without proper homes because of the financial positions, but many people, they don't have the land, any part of the land to build their homes, or just to have some living place. Even if especially in our country or in our region, if you read the newspapers, in these newspapers, every day we are reading the news regarding the disputes of the people. Sometimes they kill each other because of the dispute on the land, agricultural land, or on the plots in the housing areas. Even in the countries, they are fighting. If you review the history, you will find out that countries, they have fought various wars to occupy the land of each other. So the logic is that if you are using one part of the land, it means no other person will use it for other purpose. Means, so land is the limited resource, not only the surface of the land, but also The things which are beneath the surface of the earth, just like the coal, minerals, oil, gases, and many other very important minerals which we are extracting from the land. They are also available in the limited supply. So the land is available in the limited quantity. It cannot provide everyone the food items, or it cannot provide the housing for each and every person. Even in America, thousands of the people, they are homeless. They sleep on the streets and roads. So another factor are the resource is the labor resource. We also call this one the human resource. So labor is of the two types. One is the physical labor and another is the mental or human capital. The definition of the physical labor is the labor is that the time humans spend for the production of the goods and services is called the labor. It means when someone is giving his or her time to produce any good or provide any service, we say the person is involved in the labor or doing labor work. So labor is limited. Many countries, they are facing very much shortage of the labor. They don't have the required amount of the labor, so they mostly focus on the technologies. Pakistan has huge number of the labor force, nearly 7 crore people they are labor force or the part of the labor force. But the issue of Pakistan is that we lack the trained and educated labor force. So the second type of the labor force or labor is the human capital. Human capital means is learned through the education or training. When someone is getting the training or someone is getting the education, the person becomes the human capital, the part of the human capital. So the issue of Pakistan or countries like Pakistan is that we lack the trained people for the production purposes. That is why, despite having large number of the labor, we are unable to produce each and everything. And many people, they are unemployed because their skills are not required for the production purposes. So we can conclude regarding the labor that labor is available in the limited quantity. The third factor of production resource is the capital. Capital resource means the tools, machines. The definition of the capital is that all man-made or human-made things which are used to produce other things, such as the computers, the trucks, the buildings, the factories, the machines, and many other things which we use to produce other things. There is a difference between the physical capital and the financial capital. The physical capital means all the things which we are using for the production of the other things, and then they have the physical shape. And the other is the financial capital. In economics terms, we use only the capital for production purposes, and finance is the outcome or the return or the result of or the income of all these resources. So financial capital in accounting, we say that this is the amount of the money people invest in the businesses. So the capital resources of the countries, especially the countries like Pakistan, are available in the limited quantity, in the short quantity. They are not available in the huge quantity to produce each and everything. This is the reason that's why the most of the land of the country is barren. If we provide the solar system and the solar tubules to the people, we can irrigate huge amount of the land. The Balpat area of the Balochistan, which can be cultivated with little effort, or in Thar desert or in the Cholistan desert of Punjab. Huge amount of the land, even in the Kacho area of Sindh, due to the shortage of the capital or the water, land is simply the barren land. But if we provide some capital, they can produce huge amount of the agricultural output, which can contribute in the economic growth of the country. Or we can also give another example, that since long the minerals at the Sandak or other areas of the Balochistan, they are still to be extracted, from where we can extract the gold or various other precious metals. But because of the shortage of the capital resources, we are unable to extract all these things. Still today, since last 30 years, governments are trying to attract the investors. And other one is the coal resources. Recently, China has started to extract the coal reservoirs of the Thar of Sindh area, and since long they were lying there, but because of the shortage of the capital resources, the machines or the equipment required, Pakistan was, despite suffering the huge shortage of the energy resources, was unable to extract all the very important energy resources. Then we also lack the machineries, very important machineries, even equipments in the hospitals. Not only the country like Pakistan, but even America also faced shortage of the equipments because due to the COVID crisis. So we conclude the capital resources, that these are man-made or human-made things, or the things which we produce, which are produced to produce other things. And these are not going to be consumed by the consumers, but these are consumed or used by the businesses. The fourth factor of the production is the entrepreneurship. This is one of the most important factor of the production. If you have the land, if someone else have the labor, and the third one is the capital, do you think that we can get the production? It's not possible to get production because all three resources belongs to separate persons. So until someone combine all three factors of production, one cannot get the output or the production. So entrepreneur is a person, he or she, who is taking the risk. The risk of what? Because the person is going to combine the land, the labor and the capital, which are not freely available. The entrepreneur has to pay to them rent for the land, wages and salaries for the laborers, and interest for the capital. And these are paid to these resources, and in anticipation or in expectation that after the production, when firm produces the goods and services, the firm or the entrepreneur will earn the profit. So that's why we say not every person is willing to take risk to start any kind of the business. So entrepreneurs are also available in the limited quantity. So I conclude that there are major 4 factors of production which are required to produce the goods and services, and at least we must have the land and the labor and the capital to produce something for the satisfaction of the goods and services. Thank you very much.